We like to make party, man. There's nothing wrong with this. You see a lot of death metal guys, black metal guys standing around with the crossed arms in the photo, looking tough, you know?
Yeah.
That is okay, I guess, but it's also maybe a bit boring.
Yeah.
You know?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the RRBG podcast. Today I'm being joined by the elusive Vlad, the inhaler of Persecutor. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm not feeling so elusive today. I am here. I'm talking to you.
That's right. Well, you're still in, disguise. I don't know what you look like.
Nobody does, man. Nobody does. And I plan to keep it that way, except for the ladies.
Oh, we should... I would figure that the ladies might be into it, though. A little mysteriousness to it.
They do like.
Yeah.
They do like, But, one of the reasons for the mask is if they see the handsome face, they will be collapsing from, they will get overheated.
Too much attraction.
Yes.
I see.
The pheromones, they kick in. And then... there's no telling what happens. I don't want to be responsible for anyone to fall, hit their head,
For sure.
Lawsuit. I don't need this.
No, especially in these times where anybody's looking for any reason to lawsuit.
That's right, man. Especially, I am immigrant, I don't need this.
No, yeah, nobody wants to work. Everybody wants a free lawsuit. That's the way you get money in America now.
I know it. I'm trying to stay away from all this.
But it must be awesome to be able to, if once the band goes to the stadium levels, to be able to go out in public and not be harassed by everyone.
Yes, man. I learned from, the champions, Kiss.
Ah.
I mean, they take it off eventually, but they enjoy many years of, Anonymous. Also Ghost.
Yeah.
Anonymous for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta tell you, once the singer from Ghost came out and did an interview without the makeup, it kind of killed it for me. It took away the mystique.
I understand this, man. I understand. I think there is reason, For me, I think rock and roll should have image a little bit. I know there's like big phase of things. You have hardcore and the grunge, and where the guys go on in the street clothes, and I get it. I get that it's different attitude, and is a lot of times reaction to something that coming before.
Yeah.
But now we is reacting to that. I want to put on a show. I want to have to me the visual is just as important as what the record is sounding like, what the music is. The show is just as important. So, guy standing there is maybe not so interesting as a guy like this.
Yeah, that's right. No, I agree 100%. I mean, to me, we are in an era where the rock star, even though it has a bad ring to it, the rock star mentality, because some people think they're like divas, but for me, when I was growing up, rock stars were bigger than life, and that's also why I like pro wrestling. I like I like lucha libre because they have the mask. I don't know who it is, and it just creates a whole new character. I don't have to worry about the human that's behind there. I don't need to think whether or not you have anxiety or whatever it may be. I want to only focus on what you're presenting, the show that you're presenting.
Yes, I think if you are liking pro wrestling, you might like Persecutor. We have a lot of that attitude.
Are you a fan of pro wrestling?
I have not followed for many years, but the attitude has stayed with me. I did notice the recent passing of the great Iron Sheik.
The Iron Sheik,
and
yes.
he was that is that is one of the greats for me. He is the champion of sound and vision, and. So yes, it was sad to see him. But yes, these guys, Nikolai Volkov, Big John Studd, Jimmy the Superfly, Snuka, Andre the Giant. These is the guys, the Hulk Hogans. You know who I'm talking about. The era. This is the guys.
The golden era, they call it. Yeah.
These is the guys that I like.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm very excited to see the show. I mean, speaking of shows, we are going to be at Knucklehead in Hollywood, June 24th. It's a Saturday night. I'm hoping to get this episode out early enough to get you guys excited for the show and come out. But you guys, Persecutor, will be performing at Knucklehead along with, what was the other two bands? Dread Phase?
We're having Dread Phase, and who is from Los Angeles, I believe, and New Skeletal Faces. They're coming up from San Diego to play with us. I select them personally for this gig, and then we go down to San Diego the next day to play with them again.
Oh, to play in their town.
Yes, so it's going to be great. Josh Barnett, the War Master, he will be there doing the meet and greet, and
right.
you're having a alcohol beverage of some kind.
Yeah.
Stygian, I hear.
Stygian. Yes. Yes. Josh Barnett and I created this Black Blood of the Earth, and we will be having it at the party. Everybody will be drinking it. It's going to be a sloppy party. I'm warning you now. It's a heavy beer. It's 11.5%. So
That's a lot of percent.
that's a percent for a beer.
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of, but I mean, partying good times, right? That's what I'm thinking, because that's the vibe I get from you guys, the vibe I get from the music. It's black metal, but it's also kind of like party element. You know, the videos show a lot of party elements to it. So
We like to make party, man. There's nothing wrong with this. You know, you see a lot of band, you know, death metal guys, black metal guys standing around with the crossed arms in the photo, looking tough, you know?
Yeah.
That is okay, I guess, but it's also maybe a bit boring.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's always good to have a good time. We're here for a short amount of time on this planet. Might as well have a good time with it.
Yes, yes. Having fun, you know. It is free, and most of it is not illegal.
Well, the party that we're putting on is not free, right?
No, I don't know how much it costs.
I don't know either.
But, you know, once you get in, you know, the party attitude is free. I think you have to pay for the drinks and the show. But, you know, I am referring to also when you make party, you can make party on your own.
For sure.
Know?
Any it's all about perspective. It's all about how you see it. You know, if you go in there serious, like even if we put on a big party, if you go to this party angry or sad or something, that's just how you're going to feel at this party. There's nothing we can do to fix that for you.
Yes, man. Only you can help yourself. Persecutor cannot do it for you.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, the new album, Snow Business. I'm wearing the shirt right now.
Yes. Oh, looking good, man. Looking
look at that.
real good.
Look at that. I heard most of it, not all of it. I heard like 6 or 7 songs yesterday.
Okay.
In preparation. To clarify for the fans, we tried to do this over Zoom, but then we realized we're both in Los Angeles. Why are we doing that? That's crazy. Let's just do it in person.
Yes. Meet up. Do old-fashioned way.
Yeah, this is much better. It's more smooth for conversation. You know, we don't have to worry about technology not catching up.
Yes.
But Snow Business. So does Persecutor like selling, you know, skiing equipment, snow plows? Like, why Snow Business?
Well, I tell you, man, Snow Business is the business that we is in. You know, I mean, obviously, you know the term show business.
Yes.
And this is what we do, but we bring a frosty side to it.
Ah.
But also there is another layer, you know, we have metaphors here in Persecutor. You might think this is the surface level music, but it is not. Snow Business is also about the cocaine.
Oh.
And the song, you know, it talk about the great cocaine heroes of, you know, Black Sabbath, Van Halen, Rick James, these people.
I see.
The great cocaine heroes of rock and roll and all kinds of musics.
I see. I come from a land, you may have heard of Miami.
Oh, yes.
Miami has probably the best snow business in the States.
I am hearing this.
Yes.
I am hearing this. I have not been to Miami yet, but I aspire to it one day. We will tour and play Miami and maybe sample the wares, yes?
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to find down there. It's almost like weed here in Los Angeles is very, very accessible.
You can just walk into the dispensary?
No. You imagine the day comes, we have cocaine dispensaries. That'll be a wild time.
Yes.
But no. I mean, honestly, here in LA, I gotta say the snow business out here is not very good in terms in that sense, because out here they you know, there's comedians that are dying because they mix it with other stuff. They mix it with fentanyl and all this other shit. Okay. So be careful out here in LA with your snow business.
Yes. Well, comedians do not have a great track record of doing drugs.
Oh no, that's true. They do too much. Comedians are all broken human beings, and I say this, you know, because I'm around them weekly. At the Comedy Store, but they're all broken humans, and broken humans like to fix the cracks with a little bit of excitement, a little bit of party time.
Well, maybe they need to come to Persekutor concert.
Oh, I think so. So. Hell yeah. So the album comes out the 23rd, the day before our party?
Yes. So the album comes out Friday, 23rd. We make the concert in Hollywood the 24th. We make we made concert in San Diego 25th.
Ah.
Yes.
So technically, the party is like the CD release party.
Yes, this is the release party for the album. Although I'm seeing on the internet already people who have, make the pre-order for the album. They're getting it already, and because I know people is posting their
vinyl,
their tapes and the vinyl, the CD, they post it. So I know people's already have it, like whatever it is, 2.5 weeks early, 2 weeks early, whatever it is. So if you get the pre-order, you get it even before Spotify.
That's right. It's very people I don't think understand how important it is to pre-order stuff. They think, well, I'll just wait till it comes out. It's not going to sell out. And it's not really about that. It's not about selling it out. It's about supporting the band, because the labels and other people like that, they see those pre-order numbers and they see the excitement, the anticipation, and that's what makes them believe in you and give you more money to do more stuff.
Yes, I believe I can fly. Yes. And also we have the cool things like, there's limited edition ones that there is only so many, So if you want those ones, you have to get them early anyway, or they will be gone, because there is not, there's like only a little bit to go around.
I see. Are you going to have some at the show?
Yes, we'll have at the show. We will have the regular ones, and a very few of the limited ones we will have. So this is the first come, first serve. You see our lovely merch queen, Ina. She will help you out.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure remember her name for the show.
Yes.
Now, I know this is a hard question, because it's almost like asking a person who has many kids which one is their favorite. But what track on the new album would you say is your favorite, if you had to pick one?
Oh, man, that is difficult. I do love them all. They is like children that all went to like the juvenile detention center. But you take them back, because maybe you think they learned their lesson. Okay. I don't know. But, okay, let's just go with my favorite track today. Okay. Today, my favorite track is Suck City, which we make great video for.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Sydney Mills is the director. Her husband, Casey Baker, is producer also. And we have video out. It is on the YouTubes and the internets, You can watch it. It's fantastic professional production. And like we talked about earlier, we're making party in the video, We have a lot of ladies. They're having a nice time. And the Persekutor is playing the song.
Okay.
And I think everybody is, together to the top. You have this expression here, together to the top.
Oh, so, I think, is it like rising tides lift all boats, kind of like that?
That is like the Moby Dick version.
Yeah.
The maritime disaster,
version.
Yes.
So that song specifically is actually kind of a departure from what you normally, like it's a little more anthemic, a little more, rock and roll, like radio friendly, if you could say that, from your music, because other songs are more like faster paced, or like a Motorhead, or old Sabbath type of thing. But yeah, so why choose to do something like that, like to get the crowd, I guess, more into chanting and stuff like that? Yes,
we want something catchy, and we want every song to be different. Every song, if you listen, is a little bit different. With this, they all fit together on an album, and even with our previous album. But you want everything to have a little bit different style, so you can remember. So they don't all. So many albums come out, all the songs, they blend together.
Yeah.
We don't want this. We want something you can remember. And like you say earlier, the stadium, the anthems. One day we will be in the stadiums, and so we want the song that will fit. To get the guy in He is in the rose ed.
And the nose bleeds.
Yes, his nose is bleeding. Is his seat and also what he has been putting into his face. It caused his nose to bleed. But he's enjoying the song.
Yeah.
You know, and all the songs.
Now, that's the goal, right? To
make the nose bleed.
Yeah, to make noses bleed.
Yes.
No, but to be, you want to take it to stadium level because, you know, you talk to some of these black metal bands or bands from, you know, the Romanian bands or anything like that, they like the smaller club vibe. They like it to keep it underground, keep it mysterious or, you know, kind of dangerous or whatever, you know, but you don't see it that way. You want big.
I think you could have both, man. I like both. Right now we're playing the clubs, but think about band like, you know, okay, who is like Rolling Stones is like biggest band going right now, right?
Yes.
So they play the stadiums all over the world. But you know what, man? 5 years ago, they played the Echoplex here in Los Angeles. Yeah. Secret show.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can have both. So when we're in the stadiums, we will also play the secret show.
Okay.
You know, but right now, every show, you know, is not a secret.
Yeah.
Very public announce for the shows.
All right.
Yes.
To go back to the album a little bit real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to the producer, who's a friend of mine, Phil Vera.
Phil Vera. Okay. Yes. Well, as you probably are knowing, Phil Vera recorded both of our albums. He recorded The Snow Business and our previous album, Permanent Winter. I did not know he was involved in the program.
Well, yeah, he's a friend. We've yet to do a podcast together. Every time I tell him, we say, yeah, let's pick a time. We never do it because we just rather hang out and drink beers and not really, you know, or go see a concert or something. But yeah, shout out to Phil from Despise You. I mean, the recording sounds great. It sounds big, clean. You know, that's a purposeful choice from you, considering that a lot of black metal and black rock metal or blackened rock or however they call it typically sounds like shit.
Yes, man. Well, you know, Phil does a great job. We record with him, and then our drummer, Tyler Meal, he is doing the mix. And then we give to Sanford Parker. He is a famous producer, and he do the master, you know. So we have, with those three guys, you know, you kind of cannot go wrong, you know. And they make it sound, you know, the album is produced by a Persecutor. We have the vision for what we want, but, you know, these guys have the tools to actually to do it. They know how to do it. I cannot sit and twist the knob. You know, I don't know what the knob does.
Yeah, you shouldn't be expected either. Like, that's one thing, you know, in this business, a lot of people say it's the more you know, the better. But sometimes you just got to focus on the art.
Yes.
And the creation process and the entertainment process. Like, you don't need to know all the nerdy stuff.
No.
Nerds don't really party that much.
I'm not burdened with the knowledge of how to produce record, and I'm okay with that. This is why we have the professionals, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Now to talk a little bit more about the show. What can fans expect to see at the show? I've never seen you guys live, even though I know you've been around for a long time. I mean, the band started, what, 2010, something like that?
Well, the band started a lot earlier than that, back in the old country, but we start playing... I not really have like a band to play live with until like 2018.
Okay.
When I'm coming here and everyone else in the band is you know, they're from like Pasadena, Monrovia, they're from California.
Okay.
I get local guys, the California guys, but they established guys. They play in Huntress band, Holy Grail band, Ides of Gemini, and Lightning Swords of Death. They all have very much experience for, you know, to play. I lost track of the question. Oh, yes. What can they expect?
Yeah, okay. What can people expect to see at the show? We're going to have ladies on stage dancing with you as well from the video?
Well, they will not be on stage. It's going to be, you know, there's not, unfortunately, there is not room for ladies on the stage at Knucklehead. We are 5 in the band.
Okay.
You know, and have big full stack amplifier, big drum kit, double kick, so take up a lot of space. But we're going to play the new songs, some of the new songs, including at least 2 songs we have never played before from the new album. And it is going to be, if you've never seen The Persecutor, I don't know what to say. It is a spectacle. I can say this, even if you are listening to our album and you go, well, I am not sure this music is for me. We put on a spectacle.
Okay.
You will enjoy the entertainment of the show, no matter what you think about the musics.
Are you guys, doing any of these crazy over-the-top things that some other bands will do just for attention, like, sacrificing a chicken or...
No, there will be no sacrifice, human or otherwise.
Okay.
We will play the song. See, that is the thing. That is all we need, man.
The music speaks for itself.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I wanted to ask you kind of more of a vague question. Not including the drugs and alcohol, the snow business. What are 3 things, name me 3 things that you need to have a perfect party?
A perfect party. Well, ladies, of course.
Of course.
To have ladies. But, for some people, maybe it is dudes.
Yeah,
that
ladies
they
and
need.
dudes. We need ladies and dudes. Attractive
I like-
ladies and dudes.
I like to have combination.
Yeah.
Ladies, dudes. So you need to have, you need to have this to make party. I love living in Los Angeles. So if it's perfect, there is also a pool and a hot tub. I don't know if that is one answer or 2.
Well,
but
that could be one. That'll be one. I mean,
Yes.
some
Pool.
kind of place to get wet.
yes,
Okay.
pool, hot tub to stay moist. Yes. And then number 3, well, we're putting aside all the extra things, yes?
Yeah, no alcohol, no drugs. I mean, that's a given.
Live animals.
Live animals. All right.
Yes.
I do like that.
Yes, I think
do
so. They
like
can be
that.
domestic pet or something you
A
import.
goat.
I don't know.
I mean, whoever shows up to a party with a goat, that's now the center of attention to the party. Everybody wants
Yes.
to touch the goat, see what's going on. Why is
Yes.
there a goat here?
They're less fun than you might think.
Goats?
Yes.
So
They
tell
make-
me, in the old country, like, did you have goats or like animals
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
Yeah?
A lot of them.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they make a lot of noise, man.
A lot of maintenance.
Well, they make a lot of noise. And, like all animal, they make shit everywhere.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, but
Somebody's
it's very
gotta pick it up.
persistent when they, they want food. So, and I don't know if how much time you spend around the goats, but that sound that they make, it can really become like nails on the chalkboard.
Okay.
When you have a lot of goat, they is all doing this. It's not like they do it together in the pack like the wolves. They wait. For them it is like they is the star of the show. They don't want to harmonize with the other goats, so everybody have to do it on their own time, and so you will have just like it will be like constant barrage because only 1 or 2 at a time, and if there is enough of them, it will never stop.
Oh boy.
Yes, man.
That sounds like a nightmare. Now, I mean, when I was living in Miami, I lived next to some, I would say, I don't know, voodoo, Santeria.
Oh yes, okay.
So they would sacrifice chickens and goats and stuff.
Yes.
And you can hear them in the yard. And I've had some experience living around them, but not with me. Like they weren't in my yard. So yeah, I can see what you're talking about for
Yes,
sure.
I mean even close by is not great, but yes, man. Oh yes.
So you've been enjoying your time here in LA?
Yes, man. Listen, I tell you something. You live in, you grow up somewhere in like 3 feet of snow. Los Angeles look like the promised land. You know what I mean? You have the beach, the sunshine all the time, the bikini ladies. What more could you want?
You don't miss the snow, huh?
No, man. If I never see it again, it's okay. I write the songs about it because, it is with me
it's
always.
experience, yeah.
But that is enough. In here is enough. I don't need to have the physical experience anymore. I have paid my dues.
You've paid your dues.
Yes.
Is there anywhere else in the country in the U.S. that you would like to maybe spend some time in after LA, or are you gonna be here forever until?
I don't know, man. My crystal ball is currently in the shop, so I do not know what the future holds. But I would like to visit Miami. I hear many great things.
It's like LA with louder Cubans and less smog.
Okay, I like this, man.
Yeah.
I like this.
Loud Cubans everywhere. the pretty ladies everywhere, so that's a good one. There's beaches everywhere, obviously.
Yes.
Snow business as well.
Yes.
The one problem the reason I moved from Miami here to LA, the music scene in Miami is rough.
Yes, I'm hearing this. Yes, I know a band, Torch.
Yes,
From Miami, but I think
good homies.
Some of them move. Yes, they're not all living there.
No. Yeah, they've all left there, and unfortunately, I believe they're done too. I think they're taking a break, or they're done. They break up. Yeah,
I like those guys.
Those are great friends of mine. We played lots of shows with them in Miami, so it's a shame. Mr. Steve Brooks. Hopefully, I think he's in Portland now.
Okay, that is all I know about Miami right there. I know
Torch,
Scarface, Torch. Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
That is it. Yes.
All of those things. Cocaine were involved in all of those things.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Now, have you played in a lot of different cities? Since you've been here in the States, have you done many tours? Because I know you said you got band members in 2018, around there.
Yes.
And then
we started playing
shortly after we had the pandemic. So
yes, so we start first show is late 2018.
Okay.
And I think we do half dozen shows over the next year and a half, and then the world is shutting down for 2 years. So it's not great for us. First record is coming out during the pandemic, so it's not great to the start. But we have played outside of Los Angeles. We played San Diego many times. We played in the Bay, the Oakland. And we play a festival in Portland a couple months ago. It was fantastic.
Nice.
So we do a lot of
West Coast?
a lot of the major points on the West Coast. Still not Seattle. Soon, I hope. And so now goal is to go to the East Coast, get to the Midwest places.
So you've never played the East Coast?
We have not played the East Coast yet. I want to do this soon. We are working on this.
Okay.
We're working on this. There is we have talks. As we say, negotiation.
Your people are talking to their people.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. People are talking.
People are talking.
Yes.
And that's all you can hope for when you want people talking for you.
They talk a lot, man. They talk a lot.
Okay, so that's exciting. I mean, there's lots of, because you talk to bands that have been around for as long as you have, and they're some of them are jaded. They're tired. They're like, we've played everywhere. I don't really care, blah, blah, blah. But you have all this, the future is bright for you.
Well, you have to remember, for most of Persecutor existence was basically just me, So there was not even there was not a lot of concerts happening, things like this. And then when I finally come to USA, I get band to play live. Then 2 years gone with pandemic, so it's been a lot of delays to get it going. But now we is going full force.
Hell
yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. Now, do you get mad when you talk to people here in Los Angeles? Do people compare you to a Dracula because you do Transylvanian ice metal and you have the accent? Do you get mad at that, or do people do that to you?
No, man, I don't get mad because I understand that a lot of people in the US they have not been, to East Europe anywhere, and they think about Transylvania, and everybody they think of Dracula, man. It is, of course, so I get it, man. I get it. Listen, I'm guilty. I think about Miami. I think about the cocaine. So there's not really a lot of difference, really.
Right.
So it would be hypocritical of me to get mad about this. So no, I don't care, man. I'm just happy that people come to check out the band, and if they think about Dracula, it is okay.
I gotta tell you, I'm having a hard time. I have this. I don't know if it's a mental issue, something in my brain. But whenever I'm talking to someone that has a strong accent, and not just yours, but Spanish or Hindu or any kind of strong accent, my brain wants to emulate it and do it back to you. Or English people, people from England.
Yes.
I'm always oh, all right, mate. I need to stop myself in my head because it's such a, I don't know why we do that. I don't know if everybody does that, but I don't know why I do that. I mean, sound off in the comments. Do you find yourself wanting to do the accent of the person you're talking to when you're talking to them?
Temptations.
For sure.
I cannot do the accent of anyone.
Try one accent. Let's see. Do a Cuban. Do a Scarface accent.
No, man, I don't want.
How'd you get
'cause-
that scar?
No, I'm not going to do it because someone will take this little clip and
Oh,
say,
and then they'll
say,
cancel you.
He is the racist against the Cubans.
Yes.
No, man, I
You
don't.
caught me. You caught me
want-
trying to get you canceled.
Listen, I have opinion about this. To build a wall to keep the Mexicans in. That's what I want, man. Keep them in.
They have such good food.
Keep them in. Keep the Cubans in. Keep
Yeah.
everybody in, man. You build the wall, okay, but keep them in.
Yeah,
Not
bigger-
keep them out.
Bigger party.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I wanted to ask you know what Mount Rushmore is?
Yes, with the face of the guys.
The four guys,
Yes,
the four
presidential candidates. Yes.
So a lot of people do, they ask you, what's your Mount Rushmore of metal?
Okay, this is a good one, man. Listen, I have fun facts for you that they don't teach you in the US&A school. Guy who is making Mount Rushmore is a member of Ku Klux Klan.
No shit.
Yes, man. They don't teach you that in America, I bet. It is true story. You can look it up.
Woo!
Yes.
Gotta love it.
Yes. Unfortunate history you have here.
Yeah.
But,
A lot of unfortunate history here. Yeah.
Okay. So I pick 4?
4.
Okay. Well, Lemmy, of course. I mean, but you knew I was going to say
Lemmy
this.
is God, so yes.
Lemmy. Okay. I'm going to say you have to have Ozzy. Ozzy or Tony Iommi. It's tough to say who.
Can you say Black Sabbath?
Black Sabbath is one.
Okay,
Perfect.
there you
Okay. And then you go, fuck, man. Ronnie James Dio.
Ooh.
And now you leave me with one.
He's part of Black Sabbath too.
Okay, good. Okay,
There
we
you
include
go.
him.
Yeah,
So I still have,
It's included, yeah.
I have 2.
You have 2 more.
Okay. Well, Venom I have to have. So Kronos or whoever you put up there for Venom. Because
Okay.
Venom is very important to Persecutor. And the last one, man. What we going to do? Oh my God, man. This question is the stumper. We got Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath,
We got Motorhead.
Motorhead.
We got
Venom.
Venom.
Who is number 4?
Well, I don't know, man. It might be. People might say they is not the heavy metal, but AC/DC, man.
Yeah? Okay.
AC/DC, big Bon Scott, right there. Angus Young, Malcolm, whoever you want.
So you think people don't consider AC/DC metal? I mean, I would say they're metal. They're a little more rock oriented.
Yes, I think hard rock, but I think people who don't know the difference, they just say, oh, it's heavy metal.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter to me. I don't care what people call it. To me, it is just, there is only 2 types of music.
All right.
Good music
And
bad music. That is it. Yes, I don't care about the little
Bad Bunny.
sub-genre. We're going to have, oh no, we play depressive, symphonic,
Atmospheric.
black metal from East Dog Dick, Nebraska. I don't care about this.
Such a weird thing that people do that they try to break it down into such an individual thing so they can stand out. But at the end of the day, it's just, is it good? That's all I care about.
Yes, man. I think, so we write song about this on the last album. We have song Black Death Punk Skins. And the chorus of the song is, it's just rock and roll. And that is my attitude, man.
Yeah.
It's just rock and roll. So, call it whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care.
Okay. All right. Now, speaking of rock and roll, and we've mentioned your Mount Rushmore, Black Sabbath, Motorhead, Venom, and what was it? Oh, AC/DC. How do you feel about like young people? This is like a hot topic here in America. That there are young people that don't, especially here in LA, that are wearing shirts of these bands. People wearing the Venom shirt, and they don't even know what it is. They just think it's cool because it's a thing. It's a vintage shirt. They go. There's stores here in LA where they'll sell you a vintage, Venom shirt for $500.
Yes.
And some person that does never heard a single song or doesn't even like metal or rock is wearing it. Does that bother you? Do you think they're posers, or do you think whatever, exposure is exposure?
I don't get bothered by much, man. To me, if someone going to spend $500 on Venom shirt and they don't know who Venom is, I think maybe they're not too bright, but don't make me angry. And if they walk around and some kid see this shirt and it make them go, I wonder what Venom is. And they check it out, and they like Venom. Well, I think this is good.
That's good. Yeah, it's promotional.
So, I think sometimes you don't worry so much about what other people are doing.
That's right. That's not rock and roll. Let people be. Be yourself.
Yes, you want to spend the money, man. Have at it.
Yeah.
I love Venom, but you will not catch me spending this kind of money on Venom T-shirt.
Not worth
I
it.
have Venom T-shirt. I paid $10 for 25 years ago. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I only care about how people spend their money if it's towards me. Give me some of your money.
Yes. Also, and if you
Yeah.
also send to me.
Yeah, buy his records and
Yes.
shirts. Come on, give us
Yes.
your money. Don't give it to some store in LA that's spending $500 on a shirt they probably found at a Goodwill. So that's the only part of it that bothers me. It's like, give me the money.
Yes, I will take it also.
Okay, so now I wanted to ask you, in your mind, what would be the perfect for that stadium show that you're going to play that you envision in your future?
Yes, the
What-
Enormo Dome.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
You have one in every state. Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do.
Yes.
What's the tour package? What are the bands that are
man.
on that tour with you? Give me, what is a standard tour package? 3 bands, 4 bands? 3 bands, I guess.
Shit, man.
I know. I love torturing my guests.
I don't know, man. Maybe I try to. See, I know. Maybe we try to talk Fenris out of. I don't know if retirement is the right word. He's been making records for a long time, but he don't want to play live. And I know a lot of people dangle big check under his nose, and he's saying no. I admire his integrity.
That's good. Yeah.
But maybe Vlad can convince him. Maybe I can talk him into it. I doubt it, though. But for fantasy's sake, we have Dark Throne.
Oh, yeah.
Who else is on the bill? I don't know, man. Def Leppard would be cool. They probably want lots of money, though.
Yes, they are a big band. But, I mean,
Yes.
you're playing stadiums. You got the money.
Yes, I know. I want to, but I don't want to talk about that because Def Leppard. Let's talk about more like who else can we get that is underground band?
There you go. Yes.
That was one
Help
thing-
out younger bands.
Okay, I will tell you about some. I just have to do a thing. I did a thing today for Canadian websites. They want me to make list of, bands that I like. They want ones that is, hard as hell. So I'm picking some bands, and I pick a lot of old ones that is not possible to make tour with, but also new ones. So I give shout out to these bands.
Yeah.
There's a band from Germany called The Night Eternal. There's a young band.
Okay.
And, they is quite good. I like them. They have like the twin guitars, but not like Maiden so much as like, do you remember this band In Solitude?
I've heard of them, yeah.
They don't exist anymore, unfortunately. But they kind of sound like this. And the singer, he sounds like a little bit like maybe Glenn Danzig, a little bit. He's black guy, German black guy, and he is the frontman for this band.
Okay.
The Night Eternal. They're quite good. Who else? Okay, another band I really like from Sweden. They've been around since the 90s, but a lot of people don't appreciate them, so I'm going to shout them out also. Wolf. They're just called Wolf. There's been lots of bands over the years called Wolf, as you can imagine, including ones from the 80s from Sweden. But this is, they start in the 90s. And they have many great records, but my favorite one is from like, I think, 2004 maybe. It is called Evil Star.
Okay, I'll definitely check
So I will
that
take
one out.
them on tour. I would like this. They are fucking good, man. I think people in Europe know them. They play the festivals, but I don't know anyone in the USA who is knowing about Wolf, who is knowing about The Night Eternal. These bands are... It is funny, man. Sometimes the records, they don't even come out here. They on like a big label that put stuff out here, but they only putting these records out in Europe for some reason, like The Night Eternal. You know? So I don't know how that works.
Well, it's hard to get distribution when you're in a different country. It's a lot of
These
money.
is labels.
and-
This is labels. These is
their
big
job.
metal labels. I know they have distribution here. They put out other records here. Why they not put out this band? It does not make sense to me. But
Okay.
You know, if Vlad was in charge, things would be different, you know? But that is not the way that it goes.
Okay. Now, Vlad, when you're home, not partying, but listening to music, are you listening to music? Are you listening to metal? Or do you have something that you listen to that people wouldn't expect that you are listening to? Like a Bad Bunny or some country music or, something like that? Or do you stick mostly to the metal, different versions of metal?
No, I like all kinds of things. When I'm trying to relax, I like Tangerine Dream.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like them a lot. I like a lot of film soundtracks. John Carpenter soundtracks is great. Mm-hmm. Basil Polidorius. Am I pronouncing that correctly? He did the Conan movies. He's quite good. Tangerine Dream do great soundtrack. Film Sorcerer. Film Sorcerer. You know this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
My wife's a big fan of Tangerine Dream.
Okay, I love Tangerine Dream, man. I relax. I listen to Tangerine Dream. So many things like this. A lot of instrumental, like synth style music. This kind of thing I like.
Okay.
So.
Well, you mentioned some horror sound or some soundtracks, and
yes.
I know that Persecutor has had some songs on some horror movies.
Yes.
Right. So,
yes.
Is there, in your mind, is there a franchise, a horror movie franchise that you would like to have Persecutor on there, like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason, any of those? Like, what kind of franchise would you like to be involved with?
I would take any one of those. I think this is all great. I feel like maybe Halloween is done. I don't know. Maybe Rob Zombie is still making Halloweens. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
But it seemed like the last one, Halloween Ends, is saying it ends,
says it in the name.
But also it's Hollywood, so
they'll just restart.
Just kidding. Yeah, like Ozzy, no more tours. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Yeah, they'll just restart it again. They'll go Halloween again.
This would be great, man. Halloween, of course, Freddy, Jason. But I like what we are doing. This is like independent horror movies that we are involved in. So I like this too. I like to see.
Did you see Terrifier?
This is the one with the clown.
Yeah,
I have not seen.
You need to.
It's quite good. I've seen the trailer.
Okay, it's a little excessive sometimes in terms of the gore.
Oh yes, okay.
But it's still great. I thought it's over the top. It's crazy,
yes.
And it seems like they really took their time to figure out how to make creative murders in there. To make it look more shocking and impactful. But I highly recommend it. I liked it. There's a scene that was my favorite where the clown is doing laundry because his outfit is covered in blood. So he just goes to a laundromat and he's naked doing his laundry. And people walk in and it's like, what the fuck? Like, what is that?
He only have the one outfit.
Yeah, he only had the one. He had to wash it. It's covered in blood. So
that's the way life goes, man.
Are there any other, like you were about to mention, like what other independent horror movies would you recommend to people that you're a fan of?
Oh, man. Okay, there was one from a couple of years ago. I'm going to fuck up the name. It is either called Mommy or Mommy Dearest.
Mommy Dearest sounds familiar.
It is like this woman, I think she was model or something, but she's recovering from some sort of plastic surgery, so her whole face is bandaged. And she is alone in the countryside. This is a European movie. And with her 2 children. And things go a little bit sideways.
Oh, okay.
It's quite good. I forget. These are Mommy Dearest, something like this. Maybe just called Mommy.
Maybe
forget.
It's Mommy. I know there's a movie called Mommy.
That might be it. It's like maybe 7, 8 years old. My sense of time is all fucked up from COVID. But I think it's like 7, 8 years old. This is quite good. Not independent, but you ask about the franchise. I love the first 2 Evil Dead movies. I have not seen the new one, but of course, it would be great to have song on the Evil Dead.
Oh yeah. Did you see the newest? Not the newest one. Evil Dead Rise is a new one, but that one is almost like a continuation of an Evil Dead remake that they did.
Yes, I see this one. This one end in the rainstorm, the blood rainstorm.
Yes.
I see this one.
Did you like it?
I thought it was okay, man. I thought it was okay. It was like, it is tough to take. See, the problem is for me, when you take these old movies that is shot on the film, and they have a certain warm atmosphere, it is tough to take this into the modern world where you have different special effects. Everything is done with the digital camera and like this. So so not only is like the way that is made different, but it's also, you could never go back and capture the 80s, you know. So this is the problem with music also, of course, but
Right.
that is example what I mean. But it's still something you can do. Like I'll give you example. The Suspiria remake that come out a few years ago. I see this is happening, and I'm like, this is the worst idea ever. This movie is perfect. Don't fuck with it, man.
Yeah.
But I go to see it anyway, and you know what, man? It was cool.
Yeah.
And yes, it was different thing, though. It was its own thing, and I think that is the way. They didn't try to
Replicate
just do
it.
like, yes, they did not try to replicate it. They did their own twist on the story. So I like this, and it was cool, and it looked good. But these kind of things is, few and far between.
For sure. I agree. And yeah, I agree about Suspiria too. I thought it was going to be garbage, but it was surprisingly good.
Yes.
Surprisingly good.
Yes.
And yeah, and like you say, it is hard to make new good horror movies. I have a hard time with it because they feel cheesy. Like, even though in the 80s and the 90s it was cheesy, it still felt different because it was practical effects and it was new and fresh. And like now, I just don't get scared by, I don't even feel creeped out or anything. I just sitting there like, okay, well, that's going to happen.
Oh, you know what was creepy? Barbarian.
Yes, that was a creepy movie.
That movie was fucking creepy, man.
I feel like that's the new, like that's where it needs to go, in that direction where it's not predictable. It's something weird, creepy. Like I would have wanted a little bit more from that movie on the old man, because he was very quick in that movie.
Yes.
But it was a very interesting character. I was like, oh, I want to know more. Tell me
Yes.
more about that guy.
Yes, they can spin it off.
Yeah. But that's and I have that issue with music too, like modern bands that are using all these plugins and all this automation and like, yeah, it's fine, do it. I'm not gonna say, hate on you or whatever, but I prefer loud amplifiers, loud as shit, blow my ears out. I don't care. I'm gonna die eventually anyway. I don't need them, but I want that live analog. That when I go to see a band live, if I don't see an amp and a cab on stage, I immediately am like, oh, great. This is going to be, I can't go. I have to stand specifically wherever the front of house is because that's the only way I'm going to hear everything.
Yes.
Because sometimes I like to go up to the guitar player and just stare and get the live, like when he does a solo or something, I want to hear it right from the amp.
Yes.
Not from the PA speakers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you stand close at the Persecutor show, you will
hear everything live.
You will hear great solos, man. Harmonized guitar solos.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you taking some time. I know you're a very, very busy man, and I appreciate you doing the show with me here. Let's make sure anybody that's watching and listening, if you're here in Southern California, come hang out with us. Come hang out with Vlad, Persecutor. Come hang out with me. Josh Barnett's going to be there. We're going to have beers. We're going to have a party. There's going to be live music. I'm very excited for it. And tickets are online. Are they for sale online, you think?
That is a good question. I don't know. Might just be tickets at door. I don't know.
Tickets at door.
I'm not the guy with the information, but I do know it is June 24. Mm-hmm. It is at Knucklehead Hollywood, California. And I can promise you will have a good time.
Hell yeah. And for people that want to follow Vlad at Persecutor on all the things?
Yes, at Persecutor for the Instagrams and maybe some other ones, but that is the one that we use.
Yeah, Instagram's the best one. Nobody likes Twitter anymore. I don't like it, so I don't use it anymore. But yes, please follow Persecutor. Please come hang out with us if you're in Southern California. Pick up some of the Josh Barnett beer, the first RRBG brew series. Let's make a party, man. I appreciate you.
We're going to make party. Many thankings to you, my friend.
Thank you. Peace.